It says we're live, and I
Hey,
apologize.
everybody.
I'm not going to blame it on any one person. I'm going to blame it on the ladies. All the ladies. We're talking about everything, all kinds of things. What do you think they were talking about? Not reptiles. Not reptiles. I'm teasing. Hey, Bruiser. Let's see who's here. Hey, Bruiser, Jenny Lynn, Pam. Pam's in there. Dragon Lair. And Anthony. I said Anthony. Huawei. Got all the links in there. I think that's everybody so far.
Awesome.
We shall see. We shall see. Hello, y'all can chat. Got a bit to eat and learn. Nice. I got to eat a sandwich. I got home in time to get one before going live. So, what's up, everybody up to? Anything new going? I know Susie's been in Florida and she's back from there.
I have so much work to do. I was gone for 5 days. So and I topped off before I left. So every tank, the glass is covered in algae. They all got to get scrubbed and cleaned and water changed. I left my reptiles, and John did not take care of them for 5 days. So this has been intensive, coming back home, making sure everybody was okay. Whoa. And I still have my work cut out for me. Like, I've got to spray down every enclosure. I've got to clean out all the water dishes because they all got this like ick on them now. Like, where I guess when you change them out every day, it doesn't grow like that. And believe it or not, my crickets are still alive.
Wow.
I just threw a whole bunch of lettuce in there and mustard greens. And I did that with all the bearded dragons. And the Uromastics, I tried to keep half of their enclosure, the light off, so that it didn't cook the greenery. And I hope for the best. I figured it's the best I got. I mean, it was a lot for me to ask John to take care of the duck, the rabbit, the turtles, the tortoises, the dogs. And
that's
the chick.
why I never go anywhere because I can't get any time off. And if I could, I wouldn't want anybody here doing all that stuff. I wouldn't trust anybody.
Right. And I just couldn't pass this up. This was a paid-for vacation. Not only paid for, they paid for all my food and everything. And if you haven't noticed, I can eat.
Same.
So that was pretty cool.
Same. Pam, it looks like you're in the jungle.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In a discus jungle.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, I see.
I got a snake right
See, I
behind you.
switched, yeah. I've been playing around with different backgrounds.
A green screen.
That's
Oh.
a snake behind me.
Yeah, it looked like you were about to fall off of there when you did that.
Oh, I saw these lizards all over Florida. These little, like the kind I see in the pet store for food.
The green ones or the brown
I'll
ones?
get this
They
one
were
too.
brown and they were striped. They were everywhere, and they weren't afraid of people. I'm like, this is so cool.
Yeah. We used to catch them and let them bite onto our ears like earrings when we were.
I'm glad I didn't show Zoe that.
We'd go outside when I worked at the hospital in Jacksonville for our smoke breaks and
Hi.
put them on our ears
Anthony,
like that.
hi.
Going to chill with Uncle Balls and indoor fishing inside.
What is indoor fishing? Is that like in your fish room? Catching fish?
That's the name of his channel. Indoor fishing inside. He's a pretty cool guy.
Oh.
Nice stuff. I don't see him on that much, so that's nice. Hey, Trash Cat. Sounds like an awesome evening. Yeah, he's got some really cool stuff. You just don't see him on that much. Indoor fishing inside.
So being away for 5 days also inspired me to start videos again. Not just
Good.
shorts, but making videos.
Nice.
Nice.
What are you
So
going
yeah,
to
that was pretty cool. So I made one. I have another one coming out tomorrow. I'm doing one, of course, on the nitrogen cycle because that's a no-brainer.
Because
Pretty
nobody's
excited. I
ever
hope
did
I can
that.
keep it up.
Because
I
nobody's
just-
ever done one of those, right?
I know, right? And I just have to tell myself, I don't care about YouTube algorithm. I'm going to do what I like to do. And I like to just walk into the fish room and whatever I'm doing today, I'm doing the video on it. Like whether it's cleaning glass or a gravel vacuuming or whatever. Like, because that's what I like. That my whole channel was founded on. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that the key was, answering a question and being the go-to, I'm like, I'm not the go-to person. I am so not the go-to person.
I wouldn't make videos for a long time or even live stream because I didn't feel like anybody would be interested. I mean, I had 80 tanks. Well, not that back then I didn't. I had 20 probably, but somebody said, just go ahead and, start recording what you're doing. You'll be surprised, what people find interesting, I did.
And that's what I enjoy doing. So even if it doesn't do well in YouTube, that's okay. I want to start making videos again. So instead of doing what I learned, I'm just going to do what I like.
Now you like to edit too, so that's great.
I do like to edit a lot.
I wish I did.
That's one of my favorite parts.
No, I don't care for that. I just like it to be what you see is what you get. And I'm sure that hurts me, but
I might do a few of those, like vlog style, like just to turn the camera on and not really edit. Unless of course I burp or fart or something, then I might edit that out.
Yeah. Never know.
You pretty much can count on. Sorry.
I've got snakes staring at me. I've got a corn snake.
Where's your new snake?
My new one, it's staring at me too. It's right there. It's right here by the corn snakes, and I fed it last night.
I love your name, Bob and Floyd. I love it. Your new name, you have Bob and Floyd?
He's in the bathroom staring at himself in the mirror. And
I like that.
Yeah. He had to be, and it had to be caged an extra day today because I don't leave him out when I'm not home.
How pretty boy.
He got his snacks and his juice. He loves juice and all natural juice. And so he's in there talking to himself in the mirror and tearing up the wicker thing he sits on. So he's having fun. He's living his best life. He'll probably fly back in here when he hears me talking. But yeah, that new snake I really like.
Patrick?
What did he say? If I had to take out as far as I know. Oh my God.
He said if you had to edit out all those noises, you'd only have a 5-minute video. Yep. That's okay.
Yeah. Did you do a video
every time I pick
yet?
up a tank, every time I move something, I saw what John was doing, like the vlogging, and I just like that. Like that's what I did in the beginning. I just brought the camera with me and said, "Here we go." I didn't have a fancy camera. It was just my phone. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's all I do. Is
hopefully people will watch it, but if they don't, they don't.
I have a good phone and it does good videos, so that's it.
Yeah, I love when you go live, when you go places and just random go live. I used to love that, especially in the fish stores, because you'd ask, "What do you want me to go see next?"
Oh, okay. Well, I can do some of that. I've got to go this weekend to a couple of them, so I might do 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah.
I'm watching the little mouse over there that had her 10 babies. How many can I put you down for, Susie? I've got Pam
None.
down for several. None of them are going to be snake
mice?
food. Yeah.
For mice? And no.
Mice.
That'd be a
She
big
was
0.
pregnant. He told me she might be pregnant, when I bought some mice to feed and I held her back and she got real big and she was pregnant. I don't know how she had all those in her. She's still a chunky monkey, but she takes
So did
good
you get,
care of
like,
her.
they come out pinkies, right?
They're just as pink as they can be, healthy, like newborn baby mice. They're about 3 or 4 days old, I think. I think they're starting to get a little fuzzy. I'm looking at them across the
Oh, I want to see them.
Oh, for the love of God, Pam. Somebody posted, I did a short on them and I just showed her and then panned up to them, like not even a short, just a 15-second. And somebody I don't even know put a comment on there that said nothing a little rat poison wouldn't take care of. So I blocked her, but I'm going to send her some rat poison. So how many?
That
Oh,
was
I did
mean.
get a surprise when I came home.
What's that?
My endlers, I just got them from the Bucks County Aquarium Society, a pair. I've got
Yeah,
11 fry now.
Oh,
Wow,
all right, cool.
nice.
Yeah.
That was a good buy if you want
Not as
endless.
cool as baby mice, but
Well, let's see what I can
Yeah.
see over here. There's the new snake. I don't know if you can see her or not.
You need to blow yourself up.
I do.
Yeah, so we can see better.
there we go.
She's following the camera. I don't know if you can see her.
Oh, yeah, I see her.
Come on, baby. And she
Yeah.
doesn't bite me. She's beautiful. She ate a big mouse frozen thawed last night.
She looks like she's coming out for you.
Oh yeah. San
Look at her showing
Diego.
off for the camera. What?
San Diego gopher snake. Tap on the top, she'll come up. But she wouldn't bite me if I put my hand in there because I straightened that out in there a little bit finally. I still got to go back and work with it. But you can see she's all yellow on the front, and then on the back part that's still curled under her is orange. I don't know. Can they see you? She's a sweetheart. She'll get a lot bigger, of course. But anyway,
wow.
moving on. Moving on. And nestled over there, I don't know if you can see it, in the next tank is the African house snake. She's asleep, I think.
I see babies
Is
in
she
the corner, too.
Sleeping in the dirt?
Yeah, she's sleeping on the dirt there. She's outside of her hide.
Yeah, I see
You
her.
see the babies? See the babies all
Oh,
picking?
yeah. They are little pinkies.
They're getting bigger, though. They're growing. She keeps them all down in a... actually, she brought over a lid or something to see it around them in the back. She got that off of something. But she's out of there right now. She takes breaks.
Are you keeping them all? Or using them as food?
No, I'm putting them down for pets for people. That's why I asked you how many I could put you down for.
Hell no.
That-
Where's Spicy, my kitten?
She's over in this house, I
Keep in
think.
mind why I got a kitten this time.
I finally had one of the big, a larger field mouse. Tibby caught one the other night, and I got it away from him, and then it got away from me before I could get it outside. So that makes me think the snake that got loose a few months ago probably isn't in here anymore. Probably.
Right.
And that's the new corn snake that was grown up when I got her. I don't think you can see her back there. I'm trying to wean her off of. And you know, we talk about things being in blue and how they can't see. And look at this guy.
Oh, wow.
He's
That's
just
almost
like
purple. He's blue.
Yeah. And his eyes, I'm sure
Wow.
he can't see anything, or she rather, can't see anything, I'm sure. She did take a mouse 2 or 3 days ago. She was able to.
She's still
Get that.
beautiful.
Yeah, just that all that glisten is gone though. It's just muted. So anyway,
She's getting ready to shed pretty soon.
yeah, oh definitely, yeah. She's in blue. She's about ready. She hasn't shed since I reset this back up, so she's due. She's past due. Might be a good time to handle her, you know, while she's can't see, or maybe the worst time to handle her.
I think it would be the worst time.
I would think it'd be the worst time. I don't really know.
Yeah,
I know. I know. Like with like rattlesnakes, it's the worst time. You don't want to be run
There
into
you
them
are.
when they're shedding because they will try to bite you.
Yeah,
Is that a mouse or a rat?
That's a mouse. She's just big. She was one of his breeders, so and she's got gray on her, but she's still fat. After having the baby, she's still fat. She was about like this when I got her, and I thought, I think she's just fat. But then she had all of that in her.
What does she want? Does she want food?
She wants, well, she probably wants some cheese and stuff. I put some seed in there after I got home. She's just friendly. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. She's just friendly. But yeah, she probably wouldn't get mad if I gave her some cheese. I haven't got anybody taken care of, really. She's got water. There she goes back in there. I think she stores stuff in there. That's where I thought she'd have the babies, but she didn't. Anyway, that's all that's going on here.
Did you get any? Did you get any pictures of them, Jenny Lynn? Jenny Lynn said she saw some hognose at the expo. I was curious if you got some pictures.
I always hit that remove from stream. Yeah,
and you know, when you scan over the tops of your enclosures, that looks so cool.
When I did that?
No, when you stood up and started going and you saw all the tops of all your enclosures.
Oh, and all the junk thrown on top of them and falling down between them. And
yeah, but it looks like you have like 100 enclosures.
Not yet. Got to free up some more fish tanks, but not yet. There's a bunch of them though in here. I'm going to that oddities and curiosities thing. I think it's next weekend with my nephew, great nephew. Ed was just messaging me something, Chattanooga Ed, saying something about he got some medicine from the doctor and he couldn't stay awake and he thought he was going to just have to cancel.
Oh,
I don't know what he's talking about. There's nothing to cancel. Unless he's thinking
this is... Is he going with you?
Well, yeah, but that's a week from now. I don't know. I'll see what he's talking about when I get off here. We didn't video either. Our granddaughter was with us. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it either. A lot of times I go and I don't even want to fool with video. Yeah. You know, I'd rather just enjoy stuff.
I took a lot of video of my granddaughter because she was able to hold a lot of the snake, and she was just having a blast. And then there were baby pigs there at the Reptile Expo and something else. Oh, a baby goat. She was having a blast. She loved the reptile show. Loved it. Awesome. But I couldn't post any of that because we don't put her on the internet.
Dragon Lair said, yeah, they can't see you and they're more likely to bite. Well, I'm not going to test it. It looks like it's just laying there waiting for something to get caught. It got that mouse, that's for sure.
He says, I'm not late. You guys started early. We never started early.
We started a few minutes late. Nope. We were just before the first comments from Patrick saying, where's Bob? Or they're always late and all that. So trying to goad us to get going. So we beat that. And we were saying we'll be eager to see Mike back. He got moved, but he must not have his internet going yet. Worm wants to say hello. There's the worm. Actually, she wants me to pay attention to her and not the. Oh my gosh. Worm.
Okay, guys, my puppies just turned 6 months, right?
Wow.
They're on 2 meals a day instead of 3, and they're starting to calm down a bit. They're like cuddly, lovey puppies now, not just maniacs.
Yeah.
It's such a great feeling.
Yeah.
Such a great feeling.
Did you have them spayed or neutered yet?
No, I want to get the cat. The cat's first on the list. Even though she's a year old, I still don't think she's 5 pounds. If not, then the next one will be Bella. Well, they said that the males, you don't want to really get them fixed until they're about a year old because of the hormones. But I can't allow them to have babies, and dogs are going to do what dogs do. So I think I'm going to have to, maybe I'll get him fixed because he'll be an easier procedure, right, than she is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get him fixed. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want them
We're
to
just
have
not
babies.
doing it all the same weekend, the same time frame.
They'll be like Tennessee hillbilly dogs, cross-eyed and bucktooth and inbred. TC
Yeah,
cutie.
no, we don't want that.
No,
Nope.
no.
I don't need puppies and I don't need kittens. I'm good.
No, there's so many
There was a
yesterday
time in
that
my life that I would take the kittens.
one of the local kill shelters that hasn't had to be killing was emailing and calling us yesterday and messaging us on Facebook, and I'm sure other places, saying there was a litter of kittens going to be put down today if they weren't rescued. And like, it's like, we have room, but we don't have the money to do all that vetting. And
Right.
someone had wheeled us a dog, like left a note, and she passed away at her home. Anyway, it got taken by the police when they went in and found her dead, to animal control. And the director came by to talk to me the other day, and I missed him, but I called him. So he said there's a little dachshund here named Jasper. And so I thought, well, it'll be the $50 to get the vaccinations and get it neutered if it's not. So I went and because I didn't want the art to have that cost, so I paid the $50, and they took it to our vet. Well, our vet doesn't participate. I got the dog today, and its bill was
Oh my.
$780.15. It had to
Oh
have
my.
a tooth pulled that was fractured, and it's a one-eyed dog. It just has one eye, but he's the sweetest little thing. But Jesus, I hope the lady left him a hope chest or something too
Yeah.
to help out his vet costs. But so we have a full house, but yeah, they are still actually euthanizing kittens and puppies here.
That's sad.
It is sad. And all they need to do is just make people have to get a license or a license to breed, but it's the same, like 5% of people that use 90% of the services. The general population hardly ever uses the kill shelter. It's the same 5% of people that don't get their pets spayed and neutered, and they have them begging to get rid of them. They're going to dump them. They're going to do this. They're going to throw them in the river, but they let them
That's
breed
horrible.
all the time. You wouldn't believe how we get threatened on the phone. I mean, we can't do anything. What are we supposed to do?
Right.
We can't
Well, I'm
let.
trying to figure out a way. How do I keep them not apart per se, but how do I keep her from getting pregnant and push off until like 8, 9 months? Like, how do I do that? Like, would a diaper actually help, or that's useless when it comes to dogs?
It'll help as long as he doesn't get around it.
Yeah, I don't want to take that chance. I have started letting one out one time and then the other one out of the crate like that, but it's only for a few minutes because they just cry. But I think I'm going to start doing that more and more. Like this one, I'm going to put out in the back. This one can go out in the front yard. And then I'll just keep for now until I can figure out. Because I don't want them to get the cancer. I don't want them to get the metabolic or the hip dysplasia because I got them fixed too soon. But I don't want babies. I don't want puppies.
No,
Dogs will be dogs, man. So I got to figure out like
because
which is the worst.
you'll have all the same problems multiplied by that many more.
Right.
So
I can't do that. So I think maybe just making a chastity belt. I wish there was vets around here that did tube ligation or vasectomies. Then I would go get them done right now. Like I get them done now.
They don't do the vasectomies?
Not in this country. They do in other countries, but not in this country. And I'm like, why can't there just be like one vet in this area that does that? Like I would pay for that just so that they still get all the hormones and things that they're developing and be sterile, like and not be able to have puppies, but without degendering them. Or it's so hard for me to say the word. Right now they're intact. Okay, that means something.
Right.
And I don't know. And I know they're animals, and it's just hard for me to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, they could be aborted, like Dragon Lair says, but I don't want that on me. That's why I
It's
wouldn't.
No,
I
right.
don't think it's not good for the dog either, because we did that with one of our dogs many years ago. She had one litter of puppies. We had a kennel with a 6 foot wire around it, and this one dog down the road climbed the fence, and we had the puppies and gave them away. And then the following year, he damn did it again. I caught him inside the kennel with her again when she went into heat. So
Right.
I took her down and got the puppies aborted, but she never came fully into heat again. After, I mean, never again. So I think
Right.
it screwed her up somehow, and maybe nothing showed immediately with that, but I still think that in the long run it couldn't have been good for her because it just
Right.
totally
I
messed
agree.
her up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was thinking about myself, really, about the little mouse, and I thought, Jesus, when they start ticking off all the things that I've got to answer for, someday, you know, um, I bet you those mice will be right at the top of the list.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
said, I'm going to let her have those babies and send them to Pam and Susie.
Yeah, I've got to come up with a system. There's got to be a system. Keep them apart until they're like a year, or literally not keep them apart, but I just have to learn more about when a dog goes into heat. When is the time that they're ripe?
if you can swing it, I think with females the best time to get them spayed is right after they finish their first heat cycle. If you can keep
Okay,
them
then I
apart.
will try to get her done first. Then,
Yeah,
yeah,
whereas for males, it stunts their growth and stuff if you get them fixed too
yeah,
soon. Like even with even other animals, like with the bears, when I worked at the bear place, they did not want to fix the males until they were at least a
no.
year old because it was not good for them and would stunt their growth.
Right,
But
and their bones are still
females can be fixed. The best is right after they finish their first heat cycle. It's like you let them have one
Okay.
heat cycle and then you fix them.
So I can keep them separated one time, one period, 1 month time, whatever that
Yeah.
is, whatever. I can do that. Can I do it for up till they're a year old? No, but I could probably do it the first time.
Yeah, yeah. Let her do it. Let her have the first heat cycle, and then get her fixed.
That'll be good. And then I'll get him fixed when he's like a year or so.
Yeah, and then wait for him to be over a little bit over a year and get him done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it,
we had a
it
dog
will
that had
with any animals. Like I say, even with the bears, they didn't want to get them fixed until they were at least a year old because it would stunt their growth and everything else. So yeah,
and it contributes to hip dysplasia.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not a breed thing. That's an actual thing. I mean, I've been
And
listening.
they actually had to put one of the bears down for hip dysplasia too, because bears can get that stuff too.
There's not any kind of birth control for dogs like the pill that humans take.
Oh, that would be good.
That would be
that
good,
would
but
be-
I kind of doubt. But that you'd still have to let them have a cycle because even humans, when they're on birth control pills, they still have a cycle where they don't take them. So,
Oh, is there? I don't know.
I think the best thing to do is just let her have one heat cycle, try to keep them apart, and then get her spayed right afterwards.
When do they usually start? She's a lab, and she's about 6 months.
Usually about 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
I was just gonna say it could be any time. Yeah, could be any time. I'd be watching for it.
On it, man. On it.
Had a whole lot of 4 and 5-month-old puppies and kittens pregnant come to the Ark.
That's so
That's
sad. They're just
It
babies
is.
still.
It's like a little 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, they're just babies.
Yep, it is.
Although I am trying to breed my Euromastic.
Oh, really?
I just built them a breeding box. And
But yeah, I would talk to your vet and see what they say about spaying her. But that's always been my understanding with stuff with other animals and stuff. So,
okay.
but I'm not a vet, so talk to your vet. Disclaimer. But yeah, I would be thinking about that. See if the vet thinks that's a good way to go.
Yeah. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'll do her first, then, and then I'm not so worried about him because there's nothing negative he can do. And I have no desire to go to a dog park.
How big are they now? How much do they weigh?
Oh, 6 months Labradors. They're pretty big. They're like 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I don't know. I'm guessing. I have no idea. I'd have to look at that little piece of paper. I have a notebook with all their stuff in from the vet. But they turn 6 months tomorrow.
Awesome.
And I've been pretty excited about that because now I get to cut back to 2 meals a day. Same amount of food though, but still 2 meals a day.
Well, always says don't neuter your line before it's an adult because it won't grow a mane. I'm glad you said that because I was just making an appointment for my line.
The hormones are needed for proper bone growth. Right. Right. All the research I'm doing says don't get them fixed. Don't get them fixed. I haven't found anything about her, but I'm assuming it's similar.
I kind of, like I say, from what I've always heard, the female, you want her to have a full cycle before you fix her. But once she's had her cycle,
then she's good.
It's game on for her. Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Pam, but I have heard that. But I also have heard it refuted. And people say, no, research says that every cycle the dog has, it doubles the odds they'll have memory tumors. So I don't know. I don't know which.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like I say, I'm not a vet, but I'm just
me neither.
I'm just saying what I've always heard and what I would check with your vet and see what he thinks.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and there's two very different sides to it.
Yeah.
These guys say this, these guys say that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But I have always heard to let the male go at least a year.
Yeah.
But like I say, I've heard with cats and dogs that they can be spayed. The females can be spayed after they have their first cycle.
Wow.
The vets don't like to do it before they have their first cycle.
Probably 7 times already. Oh. That kitten.
What happened?
The kitten has been in heat like 7 times already.
Oh my God.
She's a year old, but she's not 5 pounds yet. So I don't know what to do with her. Like,
oh yeah.
I keep trying to buff her up a little bit, like, and I don't want to get her fixed and then she'll get fat. Like, I want her to get bigger. Like,
Put some rocks in her pockets.
Yeah, right. She's so tiny.
Put some rocks in her
pockets. She doesn't go outside. It's very tough. It's very tough when she's in and out of heat all the time.
Yeah, we had one pet when I was a kid, and it was a Siamese cat. And I remember when she went into heat, it was like, oh my God, you would not believe the yowling. And my mom called the vet. Right? My mom called the vet and wanted her to get her spayed. And the vet says, well, she has to be through with her first cycle first. And Mom just held the phone out to the cat, you know, and got back on the phone. And the vet says, bring her in.
There's nothing like that noise. Nothing like that noise.
A Siamese cat, yeah, they're very.
Listen to your vet, not to Facebook. I don't listen to Facebook ever.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, they are crazy. They're the craziest batshit people I've ever. Oh my God, these groups. On any hobby, they're just crazy.
And they're always trying to convince each other or change each other's minds.
Yeah, like, okay, have an opinion and tell why you have that opinion. That's great. I'll listen. I'll read. But now you're going to try to change my mind, or you're going to bash me if I say, nah.
Or you're going to, like, yell at me in all caps because you don't agree with what I said. Yeah. And call me names.
That's Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't do Facebook. I do research.
Over fish. I got called nasty names because they did not agree with what I said about it.
Oh. Well, let me tell you. When I was reading my Facebook group on the Russian tortoises, and it was mostly in the Pennsylvania smoke, and they're like, "Oh my God, And everybody bringing their tortoise inside, and all these people are like, "Yeah, I'm bringing them inside." I want to, like, no, I'm not bringing them inside because it's smoky. Because first of all, I wasn't there, and they did fine. But I'm like, wow, if they were out in the wild, I don't think they would all die unless they
I
were
would,
near the fire.
yeah, because there's always natural fires, and
Right.
that's one thing you never hear is that the turtles all asphyxiated.
No, birds, yes. Baby birds, yes. Especially little ones like canaries, wrens, them. Come here. Come here. Oh, she's all spicy now. She's
Who is
checking
it?
out the crickets.
The cat.
The cat.
I saw the most beautiful dog today. Well, actually, yesterday. It's a bear, a dog that people used to hunt bears with. I think they're plot hounds. It was huge, and the guy's hunted bears for like 40 years, but
Wow.
he didn't have a dog. He would just go with people that hunted. He goes from Tennessee up into Kentucky, but he wanted one as a pet, and so they had another dog with it. What do they call him? A doodle? What is it called? Something doodle. They're a mix. They're a designer dog. Anyway, it passed away from old age, so they came looking, and they're going to get this little dog that's a poodle. Lhasa mix because it's the personality's the same. But that's the most gorgeous dog, and it was brindle color, dark brindle, chocolate, like a tortoiseshell cat. Gorgeous, but they fell in love. This huge hound and this little dog. So they're coming Tuesday to take him home. But I didn't realize that we actually had people that hunt bears in this country
I didn't either.
and have bear dogs that are bred for that.
That's crazy.
Plot hound is what they said.
Look at
I have
Patrick.
heard of people having them like when they lived way up in Alaska and stuff, but more not so much to go out hunting bears, but to have as protection from bears around their house and camp.
She sure was sweet. He got her from a litter. I mean, she's got all the genetics and all that, but she never went through any of the training or on any hunt. She's only 2, but she's massive. Sweet thing. She's like a 200-pound chihuahua.
Wow. When I grew up, we had a Newfoundland, a black
Oh,
Newfoundland. Nick was his name, and he was a big dog.
Yeah,
he was such
they're
a sweetheart, but he was big.
oh my God. You're going to get me demonetized, Patrick Dragonlair.
Fig, I think that's hysterical. But they do stuff like that.
Is that a no-no? I don't know.
If the tortoise ate it, like I plucked things from all over to see if they like it. Pretty sure they would know what's not good for them.
Uh-oh, here comes some trouble. Coral Work said metal
Oh
head.
boy, look out.
Here we go. Awesome. What is the Reva thing? I need to know. I keep meaning to ask that. Every time Huawei sees Coral Works, he says Reva. And we used to have a joke a long time ago about Reva Diva.
Linda and Paul.
Hey, Paul. Linda. It is a whole crew of people.
And Whip's World.
Plot hound.
Let's get tanked. Only Oscar.
June.
Whip, I'm sorry I missed you when you were here. I wish I could have hung out with you and Ed. Sorry I missed you.
And how far away is Whip going to be from where you are, Bob?
Well, Ed said that his place was like an hour or so from him, and I'm like 45 minutes from Ed, so less than 2 hours.
That's so cool. Reva is Coro's name.
Okay.
Right, Patrick? That's what I thought. Because I pull down like rose petals, rose of Sharon's. I just pull like flowers, nasturtiums, all these flowers that I have all around and put them down, and they chow down on them. And there's other branches I put down, they walk right over. So there they know.
I don't know. This parrot eats things that I'm afraid for it to eat, but I won't let it have chocolate and coffee.
Right.
But some of the things he eats, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
you
well,
might
he's an
better-
older parrot, so he's probably a little set in his ways.
Well, I'm sure he ate everything the lady ate. I mean,
Yep.
he goes, when I have him on my shoulder, you see he goes for whatever he wants that I'm about to put in my mouth. He tries to grab it. He likes scrambled egg. He likes everything.
Oh yeah, my Sophie loves eggs. Loves eggs. And
Mhm.
unfortunately she loves any food that's warm. But I think that's a hormonal thing. Because if I was to eat something and to regurgitate it, it would be warm. So if she's hormonal, I got to make sure I cool it off first, because that could set a trigger off, and oh my goodness, then she's off to the races.
I never hear her anymore. You must have her gagged up somewhere.
No, she's upstairs. She is getting so loud between 5 and 7 o'clock at night, screaming, and whenever the dogs are happy, she's happy and she screams. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like a nut house. People walk in and turn around and walk out. So it's a good thing. Bye.
Bye.
But recording shorts is so hard because I have to, like, you can see on the bottom. That's another reason to edit, because nobody would be able to listen to the video if you heard her constant.
I remember one maybe a year ago that I'm how far? An hour and 28 minutes from my property. I wish y'all had told me. I would have. Oh, y'all probably didn't want me there. It just occurred to me. Can
What
you
the
believe
hell?
that?
My goodness.
Can you imagine? No.
I want to come to Tennessee. I feel like I'm missing out on the party.
Right? I keep telling you to come on, Susie.
I'm ready, man. I'm telling you. I've already done dreams and envisioned how to pack up the animals. I'm ready.
Don't bring anything that's going to get me put in prison. I'm too old to do time.
Yeah, that's one thing I do have to look up, Tennessee, what you can't be in possession of.
I don't
Mostly it's
know.
going to be turtles and tortoises, certain ones.
Just
Like in
don't
Pennsylvania,
just don't feed figs to. Don't tell them that you feed figs to your turtles.
Right.
in Pennsylvania,
They'll-
we are not
They'll
allowed to
put
be
you in jail if you cross the border.
of any turtle that has spots on it. We're not allowed to have it in our possession. Oh, look at.
It's just a couple of the corn snakes. There's 7 in there.
What?
And they're still juveniles, but it's just a couple. They get along great. They're just laying there under the heat lamp. I think that one's wanting right where that other one is what's going on. Yeah. It's trying to nudge it out.
Yeah, Cora, I got animals like that. They only want it because I'm eating it, not because they want it.
I fed these guys last night, so they're sleepy and happy. Whoops. I thought that would look better than me, so. But see how good they get along. I mean.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And there's one under there sleeping. My big orange one. I guess they, oh, look at a little head sticking out over here. It got intertwined in there. I guess it got happy. Of course, the other one's warm, so it's just like puppies curling up or something. I don't know where the other 4 are. Who knows? I have so many of those isopods in here. I may have to start feeding them stuff. There's nothing lasts any time at all.
No.
Those leaves I put in there maybe a week ago are already.
Are they vegetarians?
They're, I forget which ones they're called. They're the faded or the muted somethings. I got them at the reptile store several months ago. I need to dip some of this dirt out and spread it around with them in it. But if I turn something over, they're everywhere. You should have seen the other night on Pam's stream. Rick was on there, Aqua Gardens Inn, and he was showing all of his isopods. He has got, oh my God, I've never seen them that thick when people turn over the bark and
Wow.
stuff.
Have fun, Whip. What movie are you gonna go watch? Yeah, John's holding off on the movie. I told him it's only set 10 more minutes, bud. 10 more minutes. He can wait.
What movie is it?
It's John's choice tonight.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be like people running after each other with sirens going and cars smashing.
Heads, disembodied heads rolling off of car hoods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see it.
Avatar 2, that's a good one.
I haven't seen that.
I did. That's the one with the water. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I need to see that one. I guess that's all they were going to do. That was all the action. They're too sleepy to do anything.
That's pretty cool, though, Bob.
Yeah, there are a lot of entertainment because they're right at waist or knee level. I just sit here and look down at them. Worm, you need to go on.
I could have fun throwing grapes at Bob from across the room. Oh
if
my
I could
God.
catch them.
That's that Goldie Hawn movie. Oh my God, what was that? Where she was like losing her mind and the kids were just throwing grapes at her and they were bouncing off her. Now that's funny. I got the vision.
Supreme Gecko Chow a couple of times a month. That's what I'll do is get some of that. Science fiction. Oh, that was Pam. I was like, well, who's got the nerve to say that?
I know. So I used one of the rocks that I just had. It was like a huge boulder. Put it in the middle of one of the smaller tubs and, you know, filled it halfway up with water, thinking I'll bring some baby turtles out for some fun in the sun. And the next thing you know, there's hundreds of isopods that must have been in the rock that have worked their way to the top of the rock. So I'm going to bring them in. You guys can go tell the Facebook police. I'm going to bring them in to my enclosure and get some isopod business going on here.
Did you clip that Huawei? He clips things before you know it, and then it's all over.
Ugh.
Dances with Fern Gully.
Isopods will eat snake sheds. I wonder if they would eat skink sheds.
I bet
Fern
they
Gully's
will.
like my favorite movie. With Batty?
There's no sheds in here at all, and they shed all the time, so they've eaten them all.
That's awesome.
They also eat their poop. I haven't taken any poop out of here because I never see any. They eat it. Yeah.
Can you guys see the baby? Right here?
You got a snake? Here, let me blow you up.
No, that's a baby skink. That's my baby skink.
Oh, yeah.
This is the other baby. See, I went to open the enclosure and she came real fast.
Mm-hmm.
No, you may not. See how tiny she is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We used to have a cat in the Ark that looked just like that, and her name was Bastet. I fostered her.
See this? He's just a little baby.
Yeah.
He's very pretty colored. I like the markings.
Isn't he beautiful? Yeah.
What kind is he?
It's another female, northern.
Ah.
So I got 3 northern females. I need that male northern that doesn't cost $600 so I can see if I can breed any of them.
Right.
That would be very interesting. But yeah, as soon as I touch an enclosure, She can be upstairs and she comes running down. I
She's
know your
like,
game. I know your game.
see, mine never try to bother anything. I mean, the dogs or the cats, and they can have their face right beside the glass, and they just ignore
But
each
they're
other.
older, right? I
Yeah,
think it's just because she's a baby. She just wants anything and everything that moves. Like,
she's just inquisitive still.
oh, and those crickets drive her insane. She's constantly trying to get at the crickets. No, you don't get to go up there.
Well, great to see you always too, Melvin. Thank you. Bigfoot got the hip replacement on June the 6th and went home June 7th. Wow. Must have given
Wow.
us some good pain medicines, Bigfoot.
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, I should set up a couple safe places for my blue tongue skinks outside. It is starting to get warm. It's not hot like Florida was hot. And the nights are cool, so I'm not into bringing them in and out, in and out. I'll wait till that's like at least 70 degrees at night. I'll get something set up for them.
Well, Dragon Lairs in LA, lower Alabama, not southern, lower Alabama,
A
LA.
little bit warmer.
Not as pretty as here, but pretty for sure. Well, it looks like we've been on here about an hour, I think. I know we started a little bit late.
Well, I'm so glad you welcomed me back. I'm glad school's over, so I'll be able to hopefully join back to Reptales again. Yay!
Well, we're going to start trying to get us some guests for the summer, so we shall see. Now, we have Jenny Lynn coming on. Is it next Friday?
I think it's next Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny Lynn's scheduled. And so that's got the heat on Dragon Lair.
That will be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well. Pam, you've got a storm rolling in, it looks like.
Yeah.
I just put Jenny Lynn's name in there. I am supposed to have a motorcycle weekend that weekend, but I didn't pay for it, so.
You didn't or you did?
I did not pay for it.
Oh, that is Pam's painting. I just realized.
My paintings, yeah.
I just realized that is. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Nice. You're learning, Pam. Looks
A
pretty
rolling
good.
enclosure. Yeah, maybe I will think about making one because I have a ferret enclosure, which is 2 layers. If I could put that on wheels, then I could just bring it in and out.
That's what I've been doing with Pretty Boy Floyd. His cage sits by the French door and at the deck, and then windows beside it. So he sees stuff out there, but he loves to go out. But I always go with him. I don't trust him being out there alone in the cage. I lost the pain meds, just 500. What?
I can tell that Pam and Q don't go on Reptales Facebook. Why? What don't we know?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't do Facebook. Facebook is I do what I have to do and get off. Like, it's so crazy.
He posted something on there. Go check it out.
Oh, he did? I'll check it out.
Yeah, he did. So we're getting closer to having him on.
Oh, yay! That would be awesome. Is that what he posted? That he's ready?
He posted that enclosure, and I told him he should come on and talk about it. Plus, I'd love to learn more about the carpet.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's beautiful, Patrick. Wow. Look how big it is. Is that one snake?
They get huge.
What?
I almost got one a few weeks ago, but I held off. I said, no.
Oh, my God. Look at Dee Dee looking like Foxy. That's funny.
Yeah. Twinsies.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so awesome.
Twinsies.
Anyway, I can't. That's why I don't go on Facebook. I'll be on there for hours now.
Hours and hours. That's what I do. And I have to do the arc, so then I get down that rabbit trail with people. So, all right. Let's wind it up.
See you guys next week.
Thank you, Susie. Great to have you back. Thank you, Pam. Great to have a view out your window back there. And hopefully Mike will be back with us next week.
That will be
Yeah,
nice.
I hope he gets his internet pretty
I
quick.
think I'll message him right quick and see what's up with him. So thanks, everybody. And thanks, Huawei, for the links as always. And thanks,
Later,
guys,
everybody.
for coming in. See you Sunday. Wait, Pam, are you going Saturday?
Yep, I'm going Saturday.
And then Susie's going Sunday evening. And
Mhm.
then we have Tennessee Fish Mafia right after that. So we'll see you guys all weekend. Later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.